Natalie, we've talked about hair. We've talked a little bit about fashion, home decor. Our other thing we love talking about is food.
That is exactly right. Now, you know me, Carly. I'm gonna take one for the team here. I'm not the biggest meat eater because a lot of times I don't know a lot about it or what I want to order. You know who knows a lot about it? Really knows everything. Lee Jasper over at Donovan's. Lee, I mean, every time we see you, we're always full of questions because like you are our go-to guy when it comes to this kind of stuff. Good morning, Lee. How are you?
Good, doing great. Good morning. Happy to be in Florida.
I know. We've been talking about this too. I mean, our friends and family all over the country. There is a lot to be thankful for here in our area. You're from Texas too, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. We got hit. We got hit hard.
Yeah. Is your family and friends still there? Are they doing all right? Have you heard from them?
Yeah. Power has been restored, so definitely on the up and up.
Good.
It's a freak accident. I mean, well, a freak thing rather.
Yeah.
So crazy. Well, Lee, I'm glad to say too, I don't notice a side part on you today. So
I was gonna say, I'm a big fan.
I know they didn't talk about with guys whether it's a side part, middle part thing.
God, do you remember the guy straight like in the 90s with like the longer? Do you remember that? My husband totally had that back in the 90s.
I had that.
You have it too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We're going to need a picture of that later. But first, give us a picture of what you have in front of us because I love this. You're going to talk about different cuts of meat, which it's always nice. I remember learning this when I was younger in school. But then you kind of forget, I think, as you get older. So this is a good refresher.
It is. Well, we offer everything at the at the restaurant, and I did print off a quick diagram to kind of explain. But I'm going to go over the porterhouse. So the porterhouse is a great shareable cut. It is comprised of the rear end of the short loin. I guess that's not really important. What the big takeaway is, you get two cuts. You get the strip and the fillet. And I know that a lot of times the fillet does get a bad rap. It's not as marbled, but it does have excellent beef flavor. On the other end, though, you have the New York strip, which is much more marbled. And, it's just, again, it's a great sharing steak. What we offer is a 40 ounce. And so, yeah, no, it does go a long way.
Okay,
Can we talk about size for a minute, though? Because I can't really compare it to anything. I mean, those look like huge pieces of steak.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you guys are serving at Donovan's?
This is the porterhouse. I mean, we do serve all the separate. This is the strip. This is a certified Angus beef prime strip. I mean, it goes through a very, very rigorous grading process. So it has to have the right amount of marble flecking and things of that nature. And then on the other side, just to demonstrate, this is the 12 ounce fillet.
So, and you said that gets a bad rap sometimes? I'm a fan of filet.
That's what I wanted to ask. I'm very confused right now. So a filet is in the porter right there, but why does it get that bad rap? Because I thought filet was like the best.
I personally like it, but whenever you're comparing it to a ribeye or something else, that does have the the more fat content, it's often associated, fat is flavor, and that is true, absolutely. But this is a leaner cut, and I think it does offer great beef flavor. I mean, there's nothing wrong.
Well, and it's interesting because in my house, I will order a filet. My husband will get the ribeye. I think there is something about
I order filet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared to tackle anything else. So with that said, though, I didn't realize that there was actually a fillet in the porter and that you can go and share it. I've never thought of that going to a restaurant. I think that would be a win-win, like Carly said, for her and her husband, and I think in our family.
I mean, absolutely. And we had Valentine's Day, obviously, this last weekend. I mean, so this was a great, option for couples coming in.
What is the most popular steak that you guys are serving there? What's the most popular cut, do you think?
Arguably, it is our filet, but we also have a 42-ounce tomahawk ribeye. So, like Fred Flintstone, the size of this cutting board.
Yeah.
And it's a showstopper. You walk it through the dining room, there's going to be 3 more people ordering it. It's the nature of it. It's very impressive, but there's nothing, I mean, personally, if my wife and I were going out, this would be my cut.
Okay. Hey, any tips for cooking these bad boys? What's your go-to tip when you tell people when they're grilling steak at home or cooking or whatever? What's your go-to tip?
I mean, if for a really, really just even cook, sous vide, it does work phenomenally. You can, cryovac it with whatever seasons you'd like, garlic, thyme, salt, pepper. But if you want to go old school Texas, I mean, salt, coarse black pepper, throw it on a wood fire grill, keep an eye
Well,
on
because
it.
I think that hopefully if you have a really good cut of meat, you don't have to do a lot to it, correct?
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I got to be the one to ask, though. Of course, the focus is meat on this segment, and that's what you think of when you think of Donovan's. But there is something for everybody there at the restaurant, right?
Oh, sure thing. I mean, everything from, plant-based options to, a 40-ounce porterhouse.
Yeah. Oh,
we love
Lee,
checking
so
in
good
with
to
you.
see you. I know. Do you recommend reservations right now? What's the best way to come in? How are you guys doing these days?
I mean, we're still rock and roll. I mean, it is a nonstop, train. But yes, reservations always a good way to go, especially on the weekends.
Yeah. It has been so good to see. I started to say, we've gotten to know you, I feel like, for a few years now. So we always
4
really
years.
appreciate.
Yeah.
4 years, 3 years.
4 years.
4 years.
I started in January 17. It's been a while.
Oh, we like checking in with you. We really do. We always appreciate your time. Take care, okay? And our well wishes to your family in Texas.
Yeah.
Thank you, folks. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Take care.
All right, good stuff. Now let's move over though to our pet contest that we were. This is the last day.